A wise old man once told me, if you don't know what to do next, organize. Get organized. I don't really regret playing all those video games throughout the years. The one thing I'm sad about though is that they took away my ability to learn how to compartmentalize. What do I mean by this? Well, in video games, usually you're given quests, and those quests are broken down into subcategories, into exactly what you need to do. All the little paths you need to take, usually they tell you where to go. Well, in real life, they don't really tell you where to go. I mean, in high school, sure, you have your assignments, but after you're done with high school and college, you're in the real world where you have to figure things out on your own. You have to break down tasks on your own. And that can be quite a challenge if you haven't learned it throughout the years. And when you're growing up and you're trying to find the best solution to try and get organized, to try and get your shit together, you're met with YouTubers who are trying to sell you Notion, who are trying to sell you any form of digital organizational tool. And sadly, with these tools, you either pay with your money, and if it's free, with your time, and if not time, your data. And what do I mean by time? Well, of course you gotta learn the tool, but at the same time, you're on the device, you're on your phone or your computer, you're gonna get distracted. At least I do, all the time. And I think that's normal. They're pretty much meant for it. So because I'm addicted to being online all the time, I thought the best solution to try and stay organized was to keep everything offline. So the system I use comes in 3 parts. We have the pen, we have the do list, and we have a journal. The first part involves the pen. Right now I'm using the V7 high-tech point cartridge system. It's really good because you're able to have a cartridge and replace it. Right now I'm quite empty and I need to replace it, but it's still working. And I've replaced it multiple times and it's great. I love the way it flows and it dries really quickly, especially if I'm flipping pages, there's no smear marks, which is fantastic. The second part of my simple system is this do list. And before I open it, we have my little schedule. We have a little omen. It says, any job, big or small, do it well or not at all. Once a job has begun, do not stop until it's done. And it's a little omen from Tom Sachs, and I really love his bricolage mentality. This is a system that I basically stole from Van Neistat, and I made it my own a little bit. I love Van Neistat's system because he incorporates having lots of area to write and keeping it small. So I can put this in my back pocket and I don't have to mess around with like little field notes or anything like that. I feel like this is like, for me, it feels really nice to handle, and I love the color of the orange and white and the tactility. And you know, you're not gonna use it if you don't like it, and I like this system, so if you wanna try it out, try it out. Anyways, I have the date up here. I have my do list, I have ideas, and these 3 actually, I stole from Van. Sometimes he changes it up, and I think I'm gonna keep it like this. And over here on my bottom left, I have for videos. So basically breaking down step by step, compartmentalizing each step that I need to do for these videos so that I stay organized and that they feel achievable. Because when I try to make this video, it feels impossible when I start off with a blank sheet of paper. But if I'm able to write it out in small sections, then hey, I can do that part, you know, then I can do the next part, and afterwards, yeah. And you basically stack these Post-it notes so that you can get way more area into such a small space. Sometimes you might need to add more, but that's just how it is. The last section over here is to buy things. I usually do groceries or some sort of stuff for videos. And yeah, that is my system. I put this in my back pocket and I take my pen and I'm good to go for whenever I have an idea that comes to mind, or even in the morning or afternoon. Anytime that I'm going out, I'm taking it with me because yeah, you never know when a great idea is gonna come and you need some place to write it down. And with the phone, it's just not as romantic, you know? If you don't have your paper, then write it on your phone, but yeah, it's just way more fun. The next thing is my North Star. I'm calling this my North Star. This is my 8th journal, and these journals have been basically my organizational savior, so to speak. These have been all of my ideas that I've written down or that I've transferred from my do list and kind of fleshed it out a little bit more. So these are like future videos, doodles, notes that I've taken from videos and channels in the past. I had notebooks filled with vector calculus and gosh, what is it called? Physical chemistry. Jesus Christ, I do not want to go back to that. But anyways, here I'll show you one of my old ones. And I'm currently using, I love these Leuchtturm 1917. And I get them in the medium A5 format with dotted lines. Or sorry, just dotted, not lines, as you can see here. And I really love these because these are numbered. I don't know if you can see down there. And what you can use, or what you can do, is basically create an index of all of your different topics that you've talked about or written notes are on, and anything else. But the main way to use a journal is to talk about things that are emotionally charged. These can be happy moments, these can be sad moments, these can be like terrible, extremely terrible stuff, extremely happy stuff. And the goal is that you write it down, you get it out somewhere, and you're able to, process through as you're writing with a pen. You don't want to be writing with a keyboard because it doesn't slow you down enough. You want to be able to you write each word. And what happens throughout the years, at least for me, is that I look back on where I was and how much I've changed or how much I haven't changed. And it gives me motivation to be like, hey, that was me 2022. That was me 2021. Wow, look at what kind of troubles I was facing, and now look at me. So I think journaling really helps you in that regard, especially to try and get your emotions down, to try and figure out what you're feeling, especially to try and figure out what you are feeling, because with all this social media, with all these dopaminergic things that we can, dive into to become numb, it's really easy to do that. So to lose ourselves. And I feel like journaling throughout these years have really helped me to reconnect with my emotions, reconnect with myself, my values, and to be able to do the things that I want to achieve. And the last thing I want to leave you with is when you're writing a journal entry or you're writing anything in your notebook, be sure to give it a date. And it's important, trust me, you'll need it eventually when you look back. You want to know exactly what date it was, and it will help you organize the rest of your life. And overall, organizing your life, it's a spiritual adventure. It takes a long time, but it's also super simple. Simple doesn't mean it's easy, it just means it's simple. And I think this offline system of having your do list, which focuses on what you have to do now, what you have to do soon, and then you have your journal, which focuses on getting down your thoughts and the ideas or the things you have to do in the future. I think this system works out really well for me, and I highly recommend trying it out if you haven't already. To end, I think it gets really fun when you start stacking journals and you start to notice all the changes you've made, all the improvements you've had, and at the same time, to see how everything's connected, to look back on your previous self and to say that, hey, sometimes I am that 10-year-old playing Pokemon on the carpet floor.